We're about to load up. So I'm not a good friend. Let's show the gap first. I'm supposed to pull up close to the edge, and that's not real close.
There's different ways that I transfer. One of them so you see what I'm doing? So I've turned my hip all the way to my left, and then my hand is to my right, one hand in the car. So the whole idea is to really use my triceps to lift up. And it worked.
And show
then,
off.
And then of course, and that's it.
All right, that was really good. So let me show now. Let me show the gap, because it's hard to tell just how far he's got to travel. So that, if he's there to there, that's about probably 2 feet, I'd say. And it's about, again, you can see going up, it's at least a foot higher. That was textbook. He's showing off with the camera. Let's be honest about this. Yeah, so what we were saying was, I think as humans, we always have to have these, or we need to every once in a while have these forest to the trees moment.
Yep.
We're so caught up in the trees, sometimes we need to look back and say, you know, not compare it to last week or the week before, but look back a year ago or 2 years ago. And when Vic was first transferring, we made a comment, or I made a comment, or he did, one of us that said, I can look at the camera now. I'm not driving, by the way. I'm at a stoplight. I'm not a terrible driver. We were saying that, you know, in one day this would be easy, because transferring was tough. Like, he not only had to be, everything had to be right physically, like his positioning and the car height and the angle, and like had to, you know, be at the right angle of the curb and everything else. And then sometimes he would make it, sometimes he would miss it.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't, sometimes it would go well, but it wasn't, you know, every single time, right? And I made a comment, I think it was me, that said, you know, someday, it could be a year, it could be 2 years, this will be easy, and you'll look back and you'll forget, you know, how tough it was at some point.
Yeah. And
so I think, you know, I think today was that kind of moment, because it was just all so easy. Like, he didn't have to, he used to have to game up for it, you know. It was like a powerlifting meet where you have to be mentally and physically perfect that day to make the lift. And that's how it kind of used to be for him to do it. And today he just, you know, he just did it. It wasn't the perfect angle. I didn't park perfectly. I was far from the curb, and yet he did it, and just it all went well. But I think that's also, you know, I mean, how many times have we done this now? I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens. And it just shows you that, you know, with anything, like something that seems so hard, you know, right now, if you do it over and over and over and over, it will become easier. It's true in everything we've done. Playing sports, playing instruments.
That's right.
Practice does make perfect. I mean, like, it's so cliched, but it's so true.
Like Jason said, when you practice something, you kind of develop your own style, and you become familiarized with different approach methods and, you know, stuff like that. But most importantly, I think you have to, if you're trying to improve yourself or improve on something, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can make progress, you know, because when you start doubting yourself, of course that's going to affect, you know, your physiology. Transferring into a vehicle like this, it looks so easy, but this is something that I have worked on for so long, and today was Jason said that it's textbook. Everything was textbook like approach, but some days it's not so clean. But I guess for the video, I had to behave myself. So
that's right.
Just keep at it. You know, whatever it is that you're working at, keep at it. Hopefully you have good people as well, and who are encouraging you to do what it is you're trying to improve on. Okay.
And also too, just quick point, it's okay to take risk. It's just have the right people around you, not just supportive, like you know, mentally to prepare you, but physically, like when Vic was transferring, like it wouldn't be prudent at all for him to try it.
Yeah.
You know, if he didn't have the right spotter. Like, I know I can catch him. I've had to catch him.
Yeah.
I'm confident, which makes him confident. And if you got the right spotter in place, like, it's okay to take a risk.
That's right.
He should take a risk. You're not going to get anywhere unless you take risk.
Yeah.
Just make it a, you know, a thoughtful risk, you know,
Yeah.
where it's you know you're okay.
Okay.
That's how you. It's like a don't try this at home unless you got the right spot. And you should try it at home. You should try it a lot, over and over and over and over. So
guys, I feel safe.
okay, so we are now 45 minutes later.
Yep.
At the gym.
At the gym. So the coming out, you know, is the same thing. So it just before I come out, I always ask myself, where's my body going? So it's all about the angle. You have to look at or premeditate where you're gonna end up, and then of course that's gonna, by thinking beforehand, that's gonna help you, or that's what helps me position my body where it should be. You know, so now that's, you see how I'm sitting? So for me to come out.
And the chair too, just really quickly, we always put the chair at this angle.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a 45-degree angle to the car, to where he's sitting.
Yeah, so now, almost like the same way I transferred, right? I'm gonna make sure that my one hand is here. So, as I'm gonna use this hand to brace myself from, I guess, not falling. So instead of pushing out this way, I'm gonna push down this way. The chair is not moving away from me. So a bit of keep that in mind, right? And then of course, when you're doing transfer, one thing that I don't do is I don't change my mind. Once I commit, or once I'm ready, I commit. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. So there you go. That's the transfer.